Congratulations, you may have just picked up a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4, so I'll go and give you a quick breakdown on how to use this phone, even if you're a beginner. Now starting off with the outside, the breakdown is very basic. We have a little display on the front, we have a dual camera setup as well. We have on the left side our SIM card slot and just a little antenna band right there. On the top, we don't really have much, just a little folding mechanism. On the right side, we do have our power button right here, our volume down and up buttons right here. So volume down and up buttons are here, power button is right there. On the back side, we don't really have anything, but on the bottom, we do have the USB Type-C port. So we have a USB Type-C port, we have a speaker grill and some microphones down there too. And that is pretty much the outside of our Galaxy Z Flip 4. Before we even use our phone, you may want to put in your SIM card. So the first thing you want to do is you want to grab your SIM card's, little eject tool that should be within the box of your specific Z Flip 4. It should look something along the lines of this. So all you want to do is you want to grab your Z Flip 4 and put it to the bottom of this device. And all you want to do is grab your Z Flip 4 and you want to flip it to the side of your specific device right there, and you should see the little SIM card eject tool. So all you want to do now is you want to go ahead and grab your SIM card eject tool like this, and you want to place it right inside of that little tiny hole that is on the right side. You want to click it into place, and you should be able to see that little option pop out. Now what you can do here is you can grab this little slot, and you can go ahead and put in your SIM card right within here. And this should be able to get you, as long as you have the nano SIM card, you can go and place it back into here. You can slap it into place, connect it, and now you should be able to get your cell service situated on your specific Z Flip 4. Now another thing, if you're lucky, you may have actually just got a case for your Z Flip 4 as well. Now a lot of cases come into two different parts, so I'll show you exactly how to set this up as well. Essentially, you may see a little slab and a little tab part like this on your case. You can skip forward if this isn't important to you. All you want to do is go ahead and slide these specific things in as if you're sliding them in portion per portion of your device. So you don't really slap it into place like this. You can pretty much go ahead and just connect them by going and clicking them into place just like this, and you'll see the top portion is connected. These cases are connected in two different parts, so keep that in mind. On the back side, you can see we do have a little backside portion right here. Now some people slide it in. You can go ahead and slide it in if you want to. Some people also click it into place if you like to, and that is pretty much how you put a case on. Now I'd recommend removing these little sleeves before you actually place them on, but that is it. You now have a case on your Z Flip 4. Now if you want to remove the case, like I showed you before, you can either try sliding it out, but the top portion is not going to work. You're going to want to go ahead and grab a little piece of the corner like this and basically slap it off just like this. You can also do that on the top portion right here. So go ahead and take this and you should be able to go ahead and slide it off like this. They're pretty durable cases, which is actually really nice. Now on the front, we do have that little display as I mentioned before. Now this is our cover display, and there's a lot of different things we can do here. So we can double tap to actually turn on the display just like this. And if you want, you can go and customize this front display as well. So what we can do, like I mentioned before, if you want to get a quick glimpse of your little notifications and stuff, you double tap on the display, you can pretty much see it. But now if you actually want to go ahead and interact with it, what you can do is you can tap on it, you can slide up and down sometimes, I guess, if you want to access your wallet. You can also get out of there by swiping to the side. But if you want, you can actually swipe between these displays just by going like this. Now if you're playing music, you can go and see your music here. If you want to go ahead and see any alarms or anything you have set up, you can go do it right there too. Swipe to the side again, you can see a timer. Swipe to again, you can see a calendar. If you keep swiping, you will see a little add widget portion. So now you can even add other widgets. So what we can do is we can click add widget, and if there are any other widgets available, we can go ahead and see them. So you can see we have this little weather widget right here, which is cool. We have a couple other widgets too. So let's say we really like, let's say this widget, like we want to see this widget on our display. We can click it and we can go ahead and see it on our specific panel. I think we can drag it and bring it back up, and we can go ahead and use it somewhere too. So you can drag it maybe forward or backwards a little bit. So you can see how I can, grab it forward. I can drop it wherever I can. I'll go and click OK, whatever, and you should be able to see it there for the most part. So that is a quick example of how to actually use a little cover display on your Galaxy Z Flip 4. Now actually unfolding your phone and using it is pretty easy for the most part as well, but some people do it wrong. Some people will go ahead and actually quickly open their phone as fast as possible, but I would always recommend before you actually open your case, you don't have to do it every time. Once you get used to it, it's fine, but I would actually probably recommend opening it up slowly. And the last thing you want to do is go ahead and grab and put your fingernail behind the display and actually try to lifting up there too. Sometimes I've seen some people actually be able to get underneath the little screen protector thing at the bottom of their Z Flip 4, and it'll get caught and they'll lift the specific screen protector up and the display up. You do not want to do that. What you want to do is you want to go and grab it just like this and kind of open it as evenly and as calmly as possible. But also, you don't want to leave your finger back here either, because sometimes your fingers can get caught and it can kind of cause some little pain. So I would recommend putting your fingers to the side like this and opening up the phone like this. Now, you don't have to do it every time. Once you get used to it, you can probably just go like this and open it up or whatever. But the first couple times you do it, that's probably what I would recommend doing. That's how you actually kind of open it, actually for real. Now, within the display itself, I will tell you there's a few things you should probably keep in mind. I would, not recommend breaking it or anything like that, not peeling the specific display on the side, and also not putting anything within the specific back portion right here. That can also cause some damage if you Z Flip. But now that you have it open, I'm assuming you already set it up for the first time, so you should already be in this specific portion. Now within this specific Z Flip 4 home screen, you've probably already been through an Android home screen before, but essentially at the top we have our status bar, home screen right here with a bunch of widgets, as well as our app drawer at the bottom. Now as soon as you boot it up, you should have this little nav bar at the bottom. If you don't, you can always get the gestures as well, which is really cool, and I'll show you that in a second. If you ever want to see all your applications, you can swipe up from the bottom and you'll be able to see all of your applications on your phone. So not all of them will be here. You can drag applications to your home screen here, but in order to see all of them, you want to swipe up and you should be able to see them there for the most part. Now, the first thing I'm going to go ahead and show you is your home screen is by going through and actually adding widgets. So if you want, you can move the widgets around. If you actually want to hold them down, you can remove them and all that good stuff. But if you hold long press onto an empty side of your display, you'll come into this panel. So here you can go ahead and see your home screens and all this other stuff. You can also go at the bottom and change your wallpaper and style, themes, widgets, and hop straight into your settings. If you want to add widgets, you can click on widgets right there and come straight into your widget panel. Now, if you ever want to go home, you can always click the home button at the bottom, so you'll come right here. Now, if you want, you can also go back inside of an application. So if we were to go back right here, if you wanted to, go into widgets, we wanted to go back to our previous panel, we can click the back button and it will take us back to where we were. So it won't make us start over. We can click home. Now this multitasking panel, as you load more and more applications, like the phone application if you want to make calls, messaging application if you want to make messages, you can always click on the multitasking panel and pretty much see, all the other apps you were using. And you can also see your close all panel right there. You can pretty much close out of all your applications there, which is really nice. Now at the top we have our status bar. If you swipe down, you'll basically see all the notifications and stuff you have on your specific phone. But if you swipe down one more time, you'll come here. Now here you can go ahead and add different toggles on your phone. There's all sorts of other things, your quick settings. You may have already been aware of this, but you can also change your brightness down here too. So if you want to, you can just drag this up and down and change your brightness. Up top, we have a little search button, as well as a little power button. If we click on the power button, it'll allow us to quickly power off our phone, restart it, or go into emergency mode as well. You can actually change your side key settings down here too, which is really cool. Clicking the back button once more, you can come straight into your home panel, and now you should have a quick understanding of how to use basically all the main things of your phone. Now, as always, if you ever want to download any apps or anything like that on your device, you can always click on the Play Store button, which is our Google Apps, it's just our App Store in general. And here what you can do is you can swipe through and download any application that you want to. It's a very, very basic thing. If you ever want to download an application like Snapchat, for example, you can always click up here, type in Snapchat, and you should be able to download the Snapchat application if you want by clicking here, clicking install, and as long as you have a Google account on your phone, you should be good to go. Now clicking home one more time, we can pretty much make our way over to our settings application. So if you want, you can swipe up, and let's say you're looking for the settings app and you can't seem to find it, you can always click on the search button up here and type in, for example, settings, and you should be able to find the application right there. So now we can open up the app. Now this is probably one of the more important applications you'll be using for the most part. Now if you're ever looking for a specific setting and you can't seem to find it, you can always click on the search button within settings and look for settings. So let's say you want to find your LED notification settings. You can type in LED and you might be able to find something. I guess in this case it's not going to work, but you can always type in like Bluetooth or any other application like that or setting, and you should be able to find it. Hopping back out of here though, we'll go and quickly break down most of the settings that are important. So you can see we have connections, sounds of vibration, notifications, display, lock screen. We have cover screen settings as well. So if you want to change your cover screens and settings and all that other stuff, you can always edit them here, which is really cool. Your biometrics, privacy, all sorts of other information. But I would recommend anytime you get your new Galaxy, I would recommend scrolling all the way down to software update and just updating your Samsung Galaxy phone. Majority of you out there, if you're rocking some sort of Samsung Galaxy and you just bought it brand new, there may already be an update available for it. So what I would recommend doing is updating it, and that will at least put you in a better situation so your phone is more up to date than what it was before. So hopping out once more, we can go and come back here, and we can go and click home to come back to our home screen. Now, some of you may be wondering how you can actually screenshot on your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 as well. Now, on these phones with folding mechanisms, they're a little bit different, but pretty much the same thing. All we want to do is take a look out for our little power button that is on the side of our phone. Now, on these phones, they are at the top portion, so they're on the top half. And all we want to do here is pretty much click both the volume up, the volume down button, sorry, and the power button at the same time. So we want to have one finger on our power button. So I have my finger on the power button right here. And we want to also click on the volume down button, which is right here. So click on both buttons and you should get this little panel that comes up on your display. Now at the bottom, you should also see that little panel come up. So now if you want to see that screenshot, all you have to do is make your way over to your Photos application. So come into your Gallery app. You can see either Gallery or Photos. If you have Google Photos, you can use that. In this case, we'll use Gallery. So come into Gallery and you can see two of the screenshots that I just made. So we have this specific screenshot and we have this one. So now if you want, you can always click on it. At the bottom, we do have a few different options. We have the option to heart it, edit it, share it, delete it, and these little three dots right there. So you have a few different things you can do there, which is really cool. Now, another thing some people actually like is scanning documents. Now, if you have a document in front of you, another thing you can do is actually open up your Google Drive folder. So you can click on Google Drive just like this. And if you want to scan a document, all you have to do is go and click on the little plus sign at the bottom, and you'll see a few different things. Now, this is already pre-installed on your Samsung phone. So now if you want, you can go and click on scan, and now you can go ahead and allow it. So I'd recommend pretty much always using while allow this app. And now you can go ahead and scan another document. So let's say the back of this phone was a document I don't even know if it's going to work, but I can go ahead and scan this just like this. I can go and take a picture of it. And if I am able to go ahead, I mean, it's, as you can see, it's not going to work out that well. I can go and click OK. And I can go ahead and actually utilize, and you can even probably see it kind of will scan it as a PDF. So you can see I just tap to scan, okay, got it. And now if I want, I can go ahead and edit this. So now if I want, I can click on the color thing here. I can change this to black and white. So I can change that into more of a document scanned color. I can also change this into none, color drawing. I can go and resize this and crop it over. So if I didn't like that, I can go crop it like this, click done. And now you can go and save this into Google Drive, and you can go ahead and share this out as a scanned file. That is another thing that a lot of people want to know as well. Now, another thing I'll go ahead and show you is how to screen record on your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. Now, this is also very, very easy. All you want to do is swipe down to get into this panel. You want to swipe down once more to get into your quick toggles, and here you want to find your screen recording toggle. So for us, it's right there. If you don't see it, you can click that plus sign and pretty much find it there. So all we want to do now is click on screen recorder, and it will come into this little panel. Now here it's going to say sound. Do we want to basically record sound on a recording? In this case, we'll just go and click none because I don't want any sound, but if you want, you can always click there and have it. You can also choose how high of a resolution you want for the video quality. In this case, we'll just choose high, but again, you can change it to really whatever else you want to. I'll go and click done. I'll go and click screen recording once more, and here it'll come into this panel. So now what we can do is if all this looks good, you can go and choose whatever options you want. We can click start recording, and we can actually start recording this recording as well. So now it's basically recording. If you see that thing on the top right corner, that basically means it's recording. So now let's say I already proved my point and I recorded what I want to record. You can pause the recording right there, which is a really cool feature, or you can stop the recording by clicking the stop button. And now that recording will now be saved in our gallery application. So the same place we went to find our screenshots, we can click right here, and you should be able to see that screen recording we just made. So now we have this, and we can do the exact same thing we did before. We can share this out if we want to by going onto Google Drive and messaging it to somebody. We can put it on TikTok if we want. And there's a lot of other cool things, Google Drive as well. There's a lot of other cool things within here as well. So now if you ever want to close your Galaxy Fold, you can always close it like this and put it down like this. You can always click the power button. It does the same thing. It doesn't close it, but it just powers down the phone. So that is pretty much how to do it. Also, I will show you one last thing. If you want to if you actually want to factory reset your Galaxy Fold, this is something you want to do at the end. You don't want to do it as soon as you buy it. But if you're getting ready to give it away or whatever, you can always make your way over to your settings application here, and you can always search for reset. So you can always look up here in the search button. You can type in reset just like this, and you can actually reset your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. So by clicking reset right here, it's going to give you a few other options. You can click reset down here. And if you want to delete everything from your phone, like you're giving it away or you're selling it, you want to click the factory data reset. But I would recommend backing up everything from your phone before you do this. Again, this deletes everything from your device. So if you don't want to do that, then obviously don't do it. But this is only if you're getting ready to give it away or you're returning it or whatever the case is. This is what you want to do before you're doing those things. But even before that, you want to back it up. but you can also reset all your settings. So just your stock settings will be reset. You can reset your network settings, which is just like Wi-Fi connections and Bluetooth and other things like that. But if you want to basically redo everything, factory data reset is where you want to go. So that is pretty much how to do it for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.